Today on the channel, we hit up the ringside collectible exclusive WWE Mattel Elite from the Vault line once again with Series 2, Eddie Guerrero, and The Undertaker as Kane.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel from the Vault Series 2 unboxing and review. And today we got The Undertaker's Kane, and we got Eddie Guerrero. But for all your ringside exclusive needs, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Got two all-timers here, two Hall of Famers here, two with their own unique stories that we're going to dive into. We're going to dive into Eddie Guerrero first. Eddie Guerrero, about 7 years ago maybe, I was on a mission to get every single WWE Mattel Elite figure of all time. So I was having to go back and get ones that I missed out or passed on back in the day. And what did I end up having to find as my last figure to find for the Elite line? It was the old school Legends Eddie Guerrero, and it was so expensive, it drove me absolutely crazy. I was looking for a minty loose one, ended up finding a damaged packaging one that I saved forever, finally found a loose one, and I sold that damaged packaging one to help pay for the loose one, and I got some extra money. I remember that story. And I remember it felt like it was very hard to track this figure down for whatever reason. Well, now, those that missed out on that one back in the day, they got a new lease on life with a re-release of Eddie Guerrero here, and possibly one of his most, if not his most iconic Mattel figure he ever had. So a lot of people are going to be happy to get this one in their collection, I imagine, and we'll compare it to the old one later in this video. 8 and up on here, we got Eddie Guerrero, we got WWE, we got Ringside, we got Elite Collection, we got True Effects, we got Eddie Guerrero, he's lying, he's cheating, he's stealing right over there. Same thing on this side. On the back, of course, got the tail of the tape, got the blurb, you got the glamour shot, got the jibber jabber down low, and then we got the entire wave from the Vault Series 2, unboxing all of them here on this YouTube channel. Make sure you do subscribe, check out the videos, of course, and at the very end, we're going to rank the entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite, so stay tuned for that as well. See what it says about Eddie Guerrero here. Height 5'8", 220 pounds, titles WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion. Did you know in January of 2000, Eddie Guerrero and the rest of the Radicals jumped from WCW to WWE in one of the most significant defections of the Monday Night Wars? And you know what? I did know that. Of course, Perry Saturn, once upon a time, a babysitter of my daughter, as we remember. See you later, goodbye. One of the greatest babysitters of all time, no doubt. Shout out to Perry Saturn. There it is, old Eddie Guerrero got the title belt, got the extra hands, and of course locked in the plastic prison. We got him locked down. They don't want him going anywhere, just like this whole line. This whole line, a lot of lockdown clip ties on this line here, for whatever reason, Be a question for Mattel. How do you choose? How do you choose which ones get them, which ones don't? Be riveting conversation. I'm sure that everybody would be interested in, or maybe not. There's another one right there. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh my gosh, then we got the title belt locked up inside. All right. Whatever you want to do. Like I said, we're getting there. We're there. See you later. Goodbye. All right, I guess we'll start with the title belt since it's in my hands right now. Classic title belt, of course, of the Ruthless Aggression era. Not as much love as the Winged Eagle. I think that's a fair assessment, but I always did like this belt. I don't know why. It's not as ornate as some others, but there was something about this. I don't know, but when I do see this belt, I think of Brock Lesnar and I think of Eddie Guerrero. That's who I think with this title belt. Maybe you're different, maybe you're not. So we do get the magical hands here and a gripping hand. We get the exact opposite as far as extra hands go. And then we got two fists of fiery Latino heat fury there as well. So you can have him putting his dukes up if you want to do that. And that might be the way to go with this Eddie Guerrero. We'll see. But we're getting Eddie. We're getting down to it. We're getting down to business here. Eddie Guerrero business. looking very good. This is a very classic Eddie Guerrero. I got that facial hair Eddie Guerrero was known for. Shorter hair here. Most people like to remember him in his mullet, but he had shorter hair, especially in his WWE run, as we know. Good skin tone on this one here. White wrist tape, white hand tape on there. And then you got those Latino heat style pants going on, looking good. Latino in the back, just in case there was any question. He's got that going on. Flame boots down here in kind of a goldish yellowish color. Arms all the way around for us. Bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows. Big difference over the last one, as we know. Hands back and forth, side to side. Ab crunch, waist articulation. Big old Latino heat splits, of course, for those frog splashes. We do get a little bit of that Mattel bounce back in the leg department once again. Thigh cut, double jointed, pin knees, boot cut, ankles, back forth, side to side. Of course, will he fit on a ringside collectible Mattel stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And there it is, old Eddie, ready to rock and roll, strut and stroll. Got that tattoo there on his inner forearm as well. Can't forget that. Fits on a stand really good. But, of course, you got the prior edition here. You get the dull championship title belt. That is a different. Dull one on the old one. Shiny one on the new one. Same color pants going on. A little bit more vibrant on the new one. And then a big difference on this is the boot design here. Almost an orange color down here. Creamsicle orange, we'll call it. You can definitely tell the difference between those two. And then the head sculpt's totally different as well. So, good improvement, kind of. I really like the head sculpt on this old one, though. So there's enough meat here to have both of these in your collection. You mix up the hands, have them with different hands. Ends up working out pretty good. So you got to choose your own adventure on Eddie Guerrero. Personally, I would have liked to seen them clean this face up and use this head sculpt, but I'm kind of happy they put something different on here. Makes them feel different, but I prefer the head sculpt on the last one. Might just be me. Your mileage may vary, but there is Eddie Guerrero, the reboot of the old Legends Classic here in the Vault Series 2. Let me know your thoughts on that one in the comments below. But now we turn our attention over to a former Ringside Collectible exclusive. Very interesting. 2, 3, 4 years ago. What is time? Once again, this was a Ringside Collectible exclusive with a cool packaging design on it as well. A very, very cool exclusive at the time. I felt like it was a perfect online exclusive. Now we're getting it as a Ringside exclusive again from the Vault series. Now, unfortunately for me, probably not for you, maybe, I bought 2 of the prior versions so I could display both looks. Now I got another one here. How am I going to display a third look? Well, I'll tell you when we dive into it. We'll compare it to the old one as we do with the others as well. But very crazy, much like the Shawn Michaels in the Vault Series 2, it was formerly a Ringside Collectible exclusive, as was this. So the only place you've ever been able to buy these 2 figures was Ringside, which is pretty cool. 8 and up, Undertaker down low. Of course, him dressed as Kane, his brother. True Effects, WWE Ringside Collectibles, Elite Collection. Undertaker, WWE, Undertaker, WWE. On the back, got the glamour shot, got the tail of the tape, got the blurb, got the cross sell, got the gibber and the jabber. See what it says here. Height 6'10", 309 pounds. Titles WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion. Did you know Kane and The Undertaker each stood at massive heights and used similar moves to destroy their opponents, from the choke slam to the tombstone? Celebrate the history of these WWE legends. I did know that. I did know that. Thank you. Thank you for asking. No, see you later. Up high, plastic prison, of course, locked up in clip ties once again. But we do get extra heads and extra masks with this one. So we're here for that. And we do get an extra set of hands, which is always fun on these re-releases, as we know. Because I don't think hands were a thing when this came out. So I think we were stuck with our regular hands on the prior edition, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. Pop that out. Pop those out. Could we be ready? Oh, no, we got one more. One more up high. Is that it? All right. There it is. Undertaker, come out and play. See you later. Goodbye. And let's get down to business here. A lot to dive into with this one. We're going to start with the accessories. So we get the Kane hands, the open hands. They're going to put the flames down. Maybe the jazz hands. Choose your own Kane adventure. Black hand and a ungloved hand. So you got the black glove, ungloved, gripping hand here. So choose your own hand adventure once again. Now we do get the title belt here. Another classic WWE title belt. Not quite as iconic as the Winged Eagle, if you ask me, but it was a championship at the time. We got this prior with this one in a more dull color. Much like this one shines a little bit more. So I'm glad we ended up getting that. And I guess I'm going to pull out Kane is the Undertaker right here. I'm going to stick this one here. And then I, of course, bought 2 of them, as I said, so I could use each head. One is Kane, one is Undertaker playing as Kane. So I had a little difference going on. But now we get down to the head sculpts here. We got the Undertaker head underneath. You got the paint where he put the black on to make him feel and look like Kane. Thought that was really cool. Got the hair back, slick back there. You got the goatee going on. A very shocked face on the Undertaker here, but a very, very cool one-and-done head sculpt for the Undertaker. And a guy like the Undertaker's had so many figures over the years. I love a deep cut like this. Something different, something that feels really different, something that feels a moment in time is really, really fun, if you ask me. But a good head sculpt there. Now, you do get the mask for Kane. Of course, I have him holding it in this one here. So what am I going to do here to make this one different? I am going to put this mask on him. So that's how I'm going to make these difference. He's going to wear the mask in this one, hold the mask in this one, use the Kane head on this one. That is my plan. And I guess I should mention, you can have this as a Kane figure. Let's say you don't want the Undertaker, but you need Kane. You just use the Kane head sculpt on this one, which we got right here, and it's a straight up Kane figure. So truly a 2-in-1 figure if there ever was one. A lot of different ways you can do. You mix the hands up as well, as I said. You got to make them different as possible here. But it does look like we did get interchangeable hands on the old one here. So I just answered my question earlier. You get the second Kane head, a very good head here. Really good. Works right over here as well. I believe the same head. A little bit different. You do got inside the mouth, it's all red. It is white in this one here. A little bit more detail in the eyes. So there is differences between these 2 Kane heads, and you got a little bit more hair covering it there. So really some more differences than meets the eye is what we'll say with this one. Now articulation can be the same as all these other ones. Arms all the way around, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, hands removable back and forth, side to side, ab crunch. Or a little loosey. Once again, we got that frog disease going on. You see that right there? It's like if you've ever, a little kid, you're at the pond or the lake or something, you reach in, you find a frog, you pull him up, and that's what he does. You hold him by his body and his tail or his legs go hanging. That's what he is. That's the froggy looseness there at the ab crunch. We hate that. We absolutely hate that. Of course, you get a waist articulation. Big old splits. Look at that. Leg does go up, bounce back. We got the Mattel bounce back. I don't know what's limiting there. They need to fix something in the factory. Something is too tight. Almost at height. Too tight between the leg and the midsection there. So we do get that bounce back, which is unfortunate. You do get thigh cut, double jointed, pin knees, boot cut, ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. The usual Mattel articulation here with the Undertaker, Kane, depending what you want to say. Of course, classic Kane costume on this one. You know it's Kane all day long. He does fit on a ringside collectible exclusive. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%, but I just realized another difference in figure and articulation. You do get ultimate boots on this one here, so you do get the toe articulation. Somewhere, Todd McFarlane is blushing. Todd McFarlane left the couch in a huff, in a tizzy, as you guys saw on the Toy News last week, probably. We've got some new boots on this one, apparently. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And does it change the height? Doesn't change the height on this one. But we got some new boots, which comes with some new ankles. Always nice to see some improvements right there. So a pretty fun one is this Undertaker. Especially the first go around, it was even funner. Kind of feel like we've been here before, but there is some upgrades. There is some updates. There are some things you can do different between these other ones to make it feel different. So all in all, 2 of the best from this series, I will say, is this Undertaker, Kane, and Eddie Guerrero. 2 that people probably want in their collection that maybe missed out because of exclusive, being so long ago, whatever the reason. I think there's meat on the bone here for both of these figures, and both figures fairly fun as a whole. But what are your thoughts? You picking these 2 up? Did you have these already? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. My book, now available in Kindle over there on Amazon. It is the complete guide to the WWE Jakks Classic Superstar series. Check out the book if you haven't already. Social media, SirPaul64 on the X is where you're going to find me. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Undertaker, Kane, Eddie Guerrero, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.